Northern Michigan, Traverse City, big smallmouth. We were on a mission to get my fiance on her first smallmouth of her life. Little did we know we were going to run into so many different problems along the way. But this is the trip up north. Got one on the Sakoshi. It's a smallie. It's a good smallmouth. You get to be blessed with the Ned rig. Okay, Courtney, since this video is sponsored by Ketchco, guess what you get to throw? The Sakoshi bug. How'd you know?
I'm really smart.
You're so smart. We're just gonna tie you up a Ned rig so you catch your first smallmouth ever. So I'm rigging up Courtney a Ned rig with the Sakoshi bug on there. I'm actually gonna start with a little biospawn swim bait, and I'm gonna try to find the fish, and then if I find them, I'm probably gonna switch over to a Ned rig as well. The Sakoshi bug's a freaking killer smallie bait, so we should have no problemo there, boys and girls, no problemo there. So we're gonna get Courtney rigged up with this right away. We got us a little green pumpkin Sakoshi bug, and what you wanna do to rig this bad boy is you wanna line it up, see where the hook is gonna pop out, mentally take note of that. You try to slide this on there as straight as possible. These Ned rigs are honestly one of the hardest baits to rig on there straight. I think it was about there. And then you push it up on there. Yeah, that one turned out good. And so what I like to do with my Ned rigs is I take some super glue and I like to put one single little dab right at the head here. Because as you guys know, this Elastec technology, this thing will stay on there pretty much all day. These fish have a really hard time tearing it off there, but if you don't have it super glued, it kind of just slides down every once in a while. The bait won't be ruined, but it'll just keep sliding down. But we have a perfectly rigged little Sakoshi bug there, all ready for Courtney. I'm gonna get my little biospawn swim bait on there, another one of Ketchco's baits, and we're gonna get to work on these smallmouth bass here in Traverse City. Beautifully clear water. I have never been here in my life, and let's go catch some fish. Got one on the biospawn. It's a good one. It's a decent smallie, I bet. I'll get her. She's running right at me. She's not that big, actually. First smallmouth of the Traverse City trip. Oh yeah, get the net, actually, Corey. It's a decent one. On the biospawn. She's not a big one, but that's a good smallie. Oh yeah, it's okay. I got her. They're gonna fight hard. You'll see when you get hooked up with one too. Oh, you get her. Ooh, whoo. You gotta watch out for this raft. There you go. Did you get her? Yeah, baby. First fish of the trip.
She's really a smallmouth?
On the biospawn. That's a smallmouth, yeah. So in these clear lakes, a lot of times they'll be a lot paler than the ones that you're used to seeing. So sometimes they don't look as pretty. It just depends. First fish, not a giant, but she put up a good fight on that little biospawn exo swim up on that flat. What do you think about that? You ready to catch one of those?
Yeah, let me feel your tail.
Little pound and a half fish. 14, 15-inch smallmouth. She put up a great fight. Courtney, like I said, has never caught a smallmouth, so that is the goal of this trip, is to get her on one. We have her throwing the Sakoshi bug, but so far we found some fish throwing this little swim bait. But let's try to get some big ones. I thought that was going to be like a 3-pounder for a second. Okay, so Courtney just watched me whack one on the old exo swim, and now she wants to throw a swim bait. She's done with the Ned rig. The Sakoshi bug slams. We're going to probably smack some on the Sakoshi bug today, but we're going to switch her up to this biospawn exo swim because they seem to be up on these flats just from what I've seen so far. Yeah, so what you're going to do, so we're going to kind of just fish along this break just like we were. Yeah. But you cast this thing out there and you don't really want to let it drop because smallmouth, they feed upwards. So honestly, you could have this thing fishing in like 10 feet of water. You could have this thing like 2 feet down and they could see it and come up on it. But all you do is just slow reel it like this, Court. Just keep your rod tip kind of straight up like that and you just slow reel it.
Okay.
And whatchamacallit, the bite on this is going to feel either just like a sharp tick or just like weight, just like the other ones. And you want to kind of let them have it for like a second, and then you just kind of reef upwards. Like if I was the hook set, you just go like that, like straight up. Okay. You got one. Set hook, set hook. Get him. Good one, Courtney. Good one. Courtney's first smallie. Come on. You get the net. That's a good one, Court. Wait, careful, careful. Play him, play him. Don't pull hard. Don't pull hard. Just wait. Just keep pressure. Got him. I got him. He popped off in the net. Oh my gosh, it's a good one, Court. Yeah.
Give it to me. I told you.
Hold him. That's a good one. You gotta pinch him really hard. He might flop too. You got him holding tight.
got him.
Tight. Okay, Courtney.
So
tell me about your first smallie.
I just caught him out there in the break, which I said was the juice, and then Bill tried to steal my juice, but I got it back.
Oh wow.
And obviously, you know.
So what'd you catch
the
that
fruit
fish
of
on?
my labors.
What did you catch that fish on?
An exosquim.
A biospawn exoswim.
I got it.
Okay,
Killed
first smallie ever in the biospawn. Okay, first smallie. Yeah, baby.
Oh,
Here she goes.
woo!
Right after I missed one about that same size right at the boat, and then Courtney chucked her swim bait out there.
Got it.
Made it happen.
High five.
So, you guys obviously cannot smell that right now, but little do you guys know, it smells like freaking fireworks over here. And for some reason, as we were basically idling back to the ramp, we weren't going fast or anything really, we were just kind of cruising back to the ramp, pull up to the dock, I'm going to get the truck, and Courtney says, hey, your motor's smoking, is that normal? And I said, like a little bit's gonna come out of there, and I looked back at it, and it looked like it was a little bit more smoke than normal, but I had nothing to cause concern, really. I come back up to get the truck, and I go down, and it's still smoking, and that's when I was like, yeah, that's not normal. You don't want to see that out of a motor. We pulled it out, and all these wires are like fried. I have no idea what's going on. Something is melting inside of this motor, and I don't know what caused it. I don't know if a wire just got in the wrong area, but there's like 6, 7, 8 wires all just melted. It honestly probably almost set on fire. I don't know why I have the absolute worst luck with boats and vehicles, but I do. So we're gonna head back to the tent, and I'm gonna ask around, see if anyone knows. I don't even know what part that is. I don't know squat about boats. I know what a starter is because mine went out, and that's about it. So we're gonna see what's going on here. Hopefully we still get to fish for this trip, but we only got to fish for like 3 hours, and that was about it. So we caught 1 smallmouth each, and we're stuck up here camping. But camping's fun too, but we're gonna have to try to figure this out because we want to take this boat out and try to get on some of those big smallies. So we're gonna head back to the camp. We're still gonna cook up some s'mores. We might cook up 2 or 3 s'mores now because we're gonna need it. So stay tuned, guys. This always happens to me. This is pretty normal. Anything that goes, this is normal. Normal. This is normal. Okay, see you guys back at camp. So at the time we didn't know what was wrong. All I know was my boat was toast for the rest of the trip. The very first time we take it out fishing, we're up there for 5 days, the boat's out of commission. And on top of that, the truck has been making noises since we got up into northern Michigan, and we have no idea what's wrong with that. So day 1, caught a few fish. It was a good day, but we have all sorts of mechanical issues that we know are gonna kind of throw a little wrench in our plans for the rest of this trip. So we lose an entire day fixing the truck, and $550 later, we're back on the road. We have a trolling motor, so we can go fish these lakes. No big motor. We can't fish the bay. We can't fish elk and torch like we were planning on. We're stuck to these little lakes, but that's not gonna stop us. We're gonna go try to catch some big old smallmouth and some of these hidden little gems up in Traverse City. Oh, what are those? Are those smallmouth? Courtney, there were 2, 3, or 4 giant smallmouth sitting right on whatever that is. Giant smallmouth. They all shot off. They were freaking massive. Like, freaking massive smallmouth. Got one. Got one on the Sakoshi. It's a smallie. It's a good smallmouth. On the Sakoshi bug. Oh, freaking finally. You guys have no idea how annoying this was to catch this fish. And we're just up on a 6-foot flat of nothing. And there it goes. Is this even recording? It is.
This is my wave of surrender.
Are you kidding me? Well, that was on the Sakoshi bug. That is the first smallmouth that I've seen attached to my line, at least.
All day.
All day long. Oh, there's like a little baby perch spit up, dead. But we've been out here for about 2.5 hours, I would say. And I've had 1 tiny tap, 1 baby pike jump off, and then now a good smallmouth jump off, probably somewhere between 2 and 3 pounds. And it's been absolutely soul crushing. Courtney's been just chilling, watching TV and reading books, and it's been terrible. But that gave me a little bit of confidence, a little bit of a confidence boost. I'm feeling it. It's gonna be glorious. If I hook another good smallmouth and lose it though, I think I might off myself. There he is. There's one. It's not that big. It's a decent little guy. I'm gonna swing him in court. No worries. Oop, careful with those rods. Woo! On the top water. Okay. It's been so long. Sun's starting to not really go down, but there's some clouds covering it, and it's getting a little bit later. It's about 7 o'clock, and finally we got a topwater bite going, which is what I've been waiting for all day, honestly. I missed that good one on that Sakoshi bug, and then I just had 2 ginormous bass following this little walking bait. But first little fish, about a pound. She's a stocky little girl, probably not even 14 inches though. The smallies are smarter than us. Giant one, I think. It's something good. No, it's not a rock. It's not a big one though. Oh yeah, I'll get him. Dude, do you see how like explosive they are? The thing blew up like it was like a 7-pounder, and it's tiny. It's like a 10-incher. It's a baby. I've got Courtney throwing the whopper plopper. I'm throwing this little KVD sexy dog. We're just fishing this little break back to the launch because we have no outboard motor, and that's pretty much all we can do. There we go. What do we got? It's a smallie, all right. It's a little guy. I got him. I got him on the Sakoshi. Okay. Okay. I like this lake. I got him, Court. Thank you.
Very light colored.
Yeah, he's a very pale fish. In this clear water. Okay, come here, dude. Come here, dude. First smallmouth bass of the day of this lake. This is the last opportunity that we have. We're on our way back home right now. This is a last-minute pit stop. We obviously have boat troubles. We can't use the big motor. We're kind of reserved to fishing these smaller lakes, which, as you can see, smaller lake is a very relative term because there's obviously massive bodies of water up here. And compared to a lot of them, this is pretty small. We were planning on fishing some pretty big waters, so smaller compared to what we were going to fish. But honestly, this is bigger than almost every lake by my house. Actually, this is definitely 100% bigger than any lake anywhere near me. And all we have is a trolling motor to pick it apart. But that was on the Sakoshi bug. Little Ketchco Ned rig bait, absolute juice. And we've only been here for like 5 minutes. We got a rock bass and a little smallie. Not a big one, but we did. Right on the launch too, we saw like a 3-pound smallmouth. So that was a good sign right off the bat. This looks like such a bassy spot, dude. I thought for sure that was gonna be a smallie. Come on. Got something. Oh yeah, there we go. That one's gotta be a smallie. Yep, that one's a good one. That's a big one. Come on, baby, please stay pinned. Please stay pinned. It only took 12 years. How big is it? I just saw him flash. It's a big smallmouth. It's a big smallmouth. Come on, baby. What is it? Oh, it's a giant smallie. Oh, it's a big one. I thought it was like a 5 for a second. That's a good one, though.
That was a good one.
That's what we wanted right there. That's what we're after. That is what we're after right there, ladies and gentlemen. It took the entire trip, and we finally got us one. Look at the hook's just gonna pop right out. Probably about a 2.5, 3-pounder. Super fat. That's probably pushing 3 just because of how fat she is. Oh yeah. I knew it. I was like, this spot's too bassy. That stupid rock bass threw me off. I'm like, this has got to be a bass spot. There's a nice little underwater point. I just chucked that little drop shot out there, and she smoked it on that drop shot. Can't ask for anything better than that. There she goes. That was a real majestic release, but let's see if we can get a few more before we dip out of here. Got one. Oh yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a big one.
Ooh.
It's a big one. I just casted that one off a little bit deeper.
I need to move.
Nope. It's a freaking big one, Court.
I see it. Oh, I did. I don't see it anymore.
Yeah, he's down there now. Come here, baby. Come here, big mama.
Go on the other side, I'll follow you.
Come here, big mama. Now she's gonna come up right here. Here she comes. Woo! Is that a largie? It's a largemouth. What in the world? It's a big old largie. That's goofy. Okay, well, I'll take that. So it pretty much capped off the entire trip. We luckily got on a few fish. I caught a nice smallmouth and a nice largemouth, and not the trip we were expecting, but we made the most of it. We only had the trolling motor the entire time, and that's pretty much it. It was a great trip up in Traverse City. I'm glad that Courtney caught her first smallmouth. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you guys check out Catch Go Baits. It means a lot to me, guys. The link's going to be down in the description below. They make some awesome stuff. As you can see, this Koshi bug is quickly becoming one of my favorite Ned rig baits of all time. Check them out, guys. Going to be down below, but thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I will catch you guys in the next one.